G4 Guitar Network introduction. My name is David Hart. What I want to do is just talk about what the G4 Guitar Network is about and the power of networking and why it would be in your interest as a guitar teacher to join the G4 Guitar Network. Let me first of all talk about what networking is to us and what it means to us. Networking is about bringing people together, bringing guitar teachers specifically together so guitar students can find us all in one place. What we want to be able to do is work under one name, which is G4 Guitar, have many teachers worldwide, thousands of teachers worldwide, who come together under the name of G4 Guitar, which then makes it easy for students to find G4 guitar teachers or find guitar teachers generally. What's going to happen is that we're branding the name. So what happens is people think, where do I find a teacher? G4 Guitar, bang, and I go to the location. The idea of networking is that each of us operates individually. We're all independent teachers. You do what you do any way you like. We offer you lots of resources that you can tap into, the G4 Guitar method. There's lots of extra free downloads, etc. that you can use. It's all free, not just for you. Any teacher can use it. Anybody has availability to the G4 Guitar method. We put it together over many years and we put it out there as a free resource for any guitar teacher and any student, simply because we want people to be aware of it and we want it to be free. We believe that it's something that we've learned through experience and we can give it to you to use and use for free. But what happens is that those students who take up the G4 Guitar method or get those materials will eventually want to find a teacher. And what they're going to do is they're going to look specifically for a G4 guitar teacher. So they'll go to our website, they'll look at the location near where they are, and they'll go to that teacher, or they'll put in a contact form so we can refer them to you or whoever the teacher is in that area. So the networking itself is that, if you can imagine for a minute, thousands of teachers worldwide all tapped in under one name, all putting the name out there. So we're all helping to build the name and build up the actual G4 guitar awareness. So when students start to look for a teacher, they're going to look for G4 Guitar. If you act as a one-off independent guitar teacher, you're not going to have that kind of exposure. People aren't going to know you're there. What's going to happen is you're just going to get lost in the sea of millions of other music teachers that are out there, and they just won't be able to find you. So what's going to work for us and what is working for us is simply this. If you join as a G4 guitar teacher, join the network, then we actually list you under the location where you are. So a student will go to our website, the G4 Guitar website. Keep in mind that we have thousands and thousands of links and pages and so forth out there already. People can already find us, and we already have hundreds of hits to our website every day. So we have lots of people looking for guitar teachers already. So when you join the network, what happens is, initially, because we didn't have a teacher in your area, then initially people aren't going to expect to find a teacher in that area, and it takes time to list you. We get you listed, we get you onto the internet, Google picks up on you, Google connects you to G4 Guitar, which it already has a good relationship with. It already knows G4 Guitar is big and there's lots of us. So when you join, it's going to become aware of who you are over time. It takes a couple of months for all that to kick in, and then you start to get the awareness in the community, and then the people who live in that community will start to connect to you and look for you, and then you'll start to build up your students, you'll build up your reputation. Now, not only will you grow your own personal reputation in your area as a G4 guitar teacher or a G4 guitar method teacher, what's going to happen is that the network itself is going to grow and grow and grow and grow. So the awareness will become higher and higher and higher. And as the method gets out there more and more, people are going to say to a particular teacher, I want to use this method, or I've been doing this method, I know this, I know the 7 skills, I know some of this, but I'm having trouble getting to the next stage. Can you help me with this? And then you can say, well, yes, I can. And in fact, like I said, they'll come looking for you. They'll be looking on our website to say, well, where can I find a teacher who can actually help me with this stuff? Because it's what I've started doing. I'm halfway down the track. I know a lot of the material, but I want to take it one step further. So therefore, I'm looking for you as a guitar teacher. I want to use a couple of examples here of the power of networking and how it works. Let me use an example that most of us can relate to as guitarists, which is G3. Think of Steve Vai, Joe Satriani, and John Petrucci, 3 amazing guitar players. Individually, they have the success, all the success that any of us would probably want, but yet they still go for more. And they do that by networking, because they understand the power of networking. So they form what's called G3. Now, you may think in some respects they're in competition to each other. Many guitarists can take that approach that, well, here's my competition, he's going to take people away from me, I'm going to have less records sold or less of an audience because they're going to go down the road and go to Satriani's concert instead of mine. So what these guys do is they go, well, let's get together and we'll actually share our audience and we'll expose each other's audiences as well to each other. So in other words, Satriani fans get to see Petrucci, Vai fans get to see Satriani, etc., etc. So they all increase their exposure. So in fact, they increase the number of fans that they have. So Vai fans who would maybe not Petrucci fans prior to seeing a G3 concert see Petrucci and they go, wow, this guy's good. I like his style, I like what he does. I'm going to buy his CD as well. Now that's what's going to happen within a G4 Guitar Network. Guitar students are going to come looking for a particular teacher in their area, but while they're looking, they may look at a few other teachers as well and say, well, this particular teacher is into Led Zeppelin, and I love Zeppelin. So, gee, I might go and check this teacher out as well. So students may decide to have 2 or even 3 teachers. I know I did when I was learning. It wasn't about just learning from one teacher. It was about learning from as many teachers as I could to get as much information as I can. Now, this is something as a network that we want to promote as well. We want to say to students, how serious are you about guitar? Because if you're really serious, you don't have to just have one teacher. Go to this teacher, go to this teacher, go to this teacher. So we are able to network and promote our own students to do more. We don't have to feel threatened by another teacher. What we want to do is share, we want to do the best for the student, basically. We want to say to the student, I think that you would do well by going and seeing this guy because, look, I'm a jazz guitarist. I'm not a heavy metal guitarist. So go and see this guy because he's a metal mad freak shredder. He can do all that stuff. If you want to learn jazz, stick with me. But if you want to learn metal, go and see him. But if you want to do both, go and see him and me, or her. She's a flamenco player. She studied in Spain for 12 years. If you want to do flamenco, go and see her. But if you want to do jazz, see me. So what we're doing here is we're actually sharing, but also doing the best for the student, which is primarily what we should be focused on as teachers. We should be looking, how can we do the best for our students? Because that's going to help us all. It's going to help our reputation. They're going to spread the word, because just because a student goes to another teacher doesn't mean that you've lost them as a supporter. That particular student will meet other students, they'll mix with other guitarists, and they go, look, this guy, Peter over here, he's a great jazz player, and I really recommend that you go and see him. But if you want to do metal, come and see my teacher, John, because he's, metal's his thing. But go and see Tracy if you want to do flamenco, because she's, she studied in Spain for 12 years. She knows what she's doing. So hopefully that explains the power of networking and why joining the G4 Guitar Network is extremely powerful. I can give you lots and lots of examples of where networking works. I want to give you one more example because it's the most powerful example in the world today, and that's the internet. The internet is an example of networking, and the power of the internet and the growth of the internet and the information and the speed of the internet is just incredible. I'm here in Japan, by the way. I have G4 Guitar was set up in Australia. We have members in Australia, members in US, Canada. We've got members coming on in the UK, and members here in Japan. So you can see that the internet, in the growth of the internet in the last 5-10 years, has allowed me to run my business from anywhere in the world from this laptop. And that is the power of the internet. The power of G4 is tapping into the same network. It's using the internet as a network, but we as a network are going to give you as teachers the power to tap into a worldwide market of guitar students. So if you have any questions, please feel free to contact me, email me, send me any information you have. The sooner you get on board, the better. And if you need any more information, please read through our blogs on our website. Thank you for your time. Have a great day.